Grand Rising special weekend edition. I felt like doing a love reading, so we're gonna do a 3 pile pick a card reading. All right, pile 1 is going to be the Modern Witch Tarot. Pile 2 is going to be the old tried and true Rider Waite, if you feel drawn to those. And pile number 3 is going to be my Hoodoo Tarot for my people of color, my Black Americans. Okay, if you feel drawn to that. All right. And then I also used for clarification my messages of love oracle cards, messages of love oracle cards, and romance angels. And at the very end, you ask a yes or no question. Matter of fact, you can start thinking now. Get your yes or no question ready, and I will show you what Spirit suggests. What Spirit says about it, okay? All right, so first things first, pile number 1. This is not a good person. This is not a good person for you. I mean, you can do what you want, but it feels like there's just a lot of heartbreak. First, we got the Queen of Cups. I asked, because what I asked was, Spirit, how does your team view this person that you're in a relationship with or thinking about being in a relationship with or whatever? Whatever the situation is right now. How are they viewing them? They're viewing them as a Queen of Cups in reverse. That's somebody who's not nurturing. That's not somebody you want to be around. Okay? They're emotional. Only their feelings matter. They're not thinking about how what they do affects everybody else, and this is supported by addiction. They're in reverse because of an addiction to whatever. An addiction is affecting this relationship. There you go. Spirit says you've been asking. There's your answer. And I like to say, if you have to ask the question, you already know the answer. Are they cheating on me? Why are you even asking? Why are you even asking? You already know. So on a certain level, you already know. Yes. Yes, they cheating on you. Yes, they cheating on you. If you have to ask the question, you already know the answer. Are they lying to me? Because somebody who's really in that, like, you wouldn't even have those. Nothing they would have done would have given you any inkling to mistrust them. Do you see what I'm saying? If you have to ask the question, you already know the answer. My babies. 6 of Wands in reverse coming out next. That's victory. That's not somebody who's honorable. Okay? That's somebody who wanted to pretend like they were powerful, pretend like they knew what was going on. This is. Mm. And then it came out with stability. This relationship can't stand the test of time. But should it? Maybe it can, but should it? Should it? Get stability, and it's in the reverse. The 6 of Wands is in the reverse. So this is saying that if what you want is stability, it's not going to be had with this person. You think those 6 wands can support the weight of that horse, and that it's upside down? Things are not stable right now. It probably can stand the test of time, but you're gonna be the one carrying all the baggage, doing all the work. Is that what you want, collective? It's not what anyone deserves. Is that what you want? I'm holding my head because when this came out, I said, "Oh my God, Archangel Gabriel." He said, "You asked for the truth. Here's the truth. The truth is ugly this time around, y'all." Pile ones. I'm sorry. And then we got 7 of Swords in the upright. So that's deception flat out. Lies. Stealing from you. Being sneaky. If you have to ask the question, you already know the answer. Obstacles, unhealed wounds are blocking forward movement. Your wounds, their wounds, whatever wounds people aren't willing to heal. Whatever they're not willing to heal, they was cheated on, so now you got to pay. Mommy was horrible to them. They got mommy issues. Now you got to pay. Daddy was awful to them. Now they got daddy issues. Now you have to pay. You've got them. They've got them. And nobody wants to heal. So this relationship can't stand the test of time. But should it? But should it? It could. But should? It's not looking like it. And then comes out with the Fool in the upright and second chance. This relationship deserves a second chance. Now, maybe you gotta have to use your discernment. Maybe for a couple of you, possibly. Maybe. But I feel like they're hoping you'll be in the Fool energy. They're hoping everybody plays the Fool. They're hoping you'll ignore the unhealed wounds. They're hoping you'll ignore the addictions. They're hoping you'll ignore the deception. They're hoping that you'll ignore that they're not really the victor. They're just playing the part. I don't know if it says it deserves a second chance, but that's not the energy I'm getting, y'all. And again, everybody's got free will. I'm just sharing the opinion of, and what your team, nope. Y'all got to heal. Y'all got to get yourselves really stable. Y'all got to become a Queen of Cups in the upright and stop being all in your emotions and taking it out on everybody. That's what y'all got to do. And then last but not least, it's the Three of Swords. This is going to leave you in heartbreak. It says trust. It is safe to trust in this situation that if you keep going with this is where you're going to end up. You can trust that. Your team said that. You can trust that. You can't trust anything they're saying because they're sneaky and deceptive, but trust that if you ignore the advice of your spirit team, you're going to be in heartbreak. Is that what you want for the rest of this lifetime? Is that what you want? To be in the Three of Swords? You can trust that. You can trust that. Whoo, Lord Jesus. All right. And then the romance angels, children in the reverse, past life relationship in the reverse, flirt coming out sideways. So children says your love life is being affected by children. So either you or them have children, and that's part of maybe the obstacles. And also I feel like this could also be your childhood wounds as part of the obstacle. It's affecting your relationship is also being affected by crap that you went through as children. It's a past life relationship. You have known each other before. This relationship can stand the test of time. But should it? If y'all ain't learning, if y'all aren't healing and you still got these obstacles, trust that y'all both gonna be left in heartbreak, okay? You more so than whoever you're asking about. And last but not least, flirt came out sideways. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. Use your discernment. Use your discernment. Not everybody deserves your energy, y'all. Not everybody deserves your energy. This could also be signaling that they're a flirt. If you have to ask the question, you already know the answer, collective. Oh, my Lord. And then your yes or no question. I'm going to give you 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. That's the answer to your yes or no question. All right? All right, Pile 1. I hope that was helpful, man. Ooh, I hope that was helpful. I hope you take the advice of your team because this was crazy. Me no like it. Me no like it. Okay, let's get this energy out. I don't know if Pile 2's any better. No, Pile 2's any better. All right. Pile 2. Where did I put you? Pile 2. Here we go. Pile 2. All right. Again, we're using the regular Rider-Waite Tarot. And here we go. Here we freaking go. Oh my glob. Alright, y'all. Alright. Okay. And alright. Now, I asked how your team sees this person that you're in a relationship with. Okay, and it started out. I guess it is what it is. Let's get it. Eight of Pentacles. That means they're hardworking. That means they're an expert in whatever they do. Whatever they do, they're an expert, and then they work hard. So that's how they your team views them. First off, marriage is supported by the card of marriage. This relationship is moving forward to a sacred union. So there's that. If you don't want marriage, then pick another pile or just disregard that part of the reading. I mean, what can I tell you? Then we got temperance. So, you got major arcana with release. So they're balanced. Radical acceptance and surrender can help you let go. It's to feel like they've healed. I feel like they've been doing some inner shadow work too, okay? They've been working hard. They've been working hard. Followed by the Wheel of Fortune and Awakening. Someone is undergoing a spiritual transformation. Okay, so they've been working hard. Marriage is in the cards. They've been working hard at developing this temperance, this balance, this just going with the flow, releasing a lot of things, right? And the Wheel of Fortune is turning because they're going through this spiritual transformation. They are awakening. So this is one thing leads to another. It's all a big circle. It's all a big circle. Maybe you need have some releasing to do as well. That would help you draw this person, this balanced person, closer. Because the more you get your energies in sync, the quicker you guys can get together. Mm. Then it feels like I don't feel like this is saying the Three of Swords is saying they're gonna leave you in heartbreak because it's coupled with weight. The timing is not quite right. You guys, I feel like this is just saying that y'all still have some things to heal before you can get together and have the best relationship, the most positive relationship that you can have. But I don't feel like I felt like with the first pile where the Three of Swords was like, oh my god, if you keep up with this, you're both gonna be heartbroken. You more than them. Oh my god, pile ones. I'm so sorry, pile ones, but pile two, that's where we are. Pile two, I don't feel like again. I feel like this is just saying that you have more more heartbreak to heal before you guys can get together. But look, you got the fast forward movement with the Chariot, and it's your soulmate. Your soulmate loves, accepts, and respects you. Okay? All right. So that is, I feel like this is, for the most part, is positive. I feel like for the most part, it's positive. So you guys are just like healing. You guys are still healing, and you're working hard. Okay? And you guys are both awakening. Divine timing isn't quite here right, but then the romance angels come up with deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. Could be you, could be them. But I feel that goes along with the part of the heartbreak that still needs to be healed. Heal that. Heal that. The angels are also telling you that this relationship is worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. And it came out with the weight under the Three of Swords, okay? So you may feel like you're healed. You may feel like you're over it. Spirit's saying, no, not completely. There's a little more work. It's a little more work needs to be done. Developing that temperance, all right? But the wheel is turning, okay? And you're both going through this awakening. And the cycle is over and the cycle is beginning. And it also came out with wedding. This situation involves marriage. So you got two different marriage cards. So definitely marriage in the cards for pile number two. Eventually. When the divine timing is right. Okay? Okay. All right, pile two. And in 3 seconds, we're going to get your yes or no question, pile two. Hope you got it. 1, 2, 3. That's the answer to your question. Okay. Thank you, pile two. Um, And pile 3 for my fellow personas de color. Alright, so hold on. Alright, so for pile number 3, which I used my Hoodoo Tarot for, keeping in mind that I intended it for mostly, if anyone, who shares my melanin level, or even might contain a little more. This is for us. This is for you. Or anybody who's even drawn to it. Because I don't want to exclude anyone today. Not just today. Tomorrow I might want to exclude everybody again. That's the way it goes. Alright, pile number 3. So how does your spirit team view this person? It says garden. Supported by Unplug. Working less will help strengthen your relationship. So whoever you're talking about, I think you've been working hard. You've been planting your garden. You've been weeding your garden. You've been trying to keep the animals from eating your harvest. You've been tending it. But maybe there's someone trying to infiltrate your garden. So unplug, and maybe you've been working a little too hard. You can't spend 24/7 in the garden. I mean, you could, but it's not fun, right? It's not fun. You're getting tired now. You're getting bored. You're getting restless. You need to go out and have a little fun. You're tired of shooing away the bunnies and the gophers, the birds. Unplug. There also may have been looking online and seeing, comparing your garden to everyone else's. Maybe we need to tend our own gardens and unplug and stop comparing our gardens to everyone else's. That will help you not only strengthen this relationship, but you'll feel better. Come on, you guys. You guys probably know the statistics better than I do. Being on social media too much makes you very, very unhappy, because that's what you do. Everybody's posting only the good stuff. You never see their real life. You forget that everybody's really playing a part. Everybody's fucking lying to themselves and everybody else. Y'all ain't that happy. Stop playing. Stop playing. So, something popped up. Spirit agrees. So yeah, unplug, have a little more fun. That will help strengthen your relationship. Then we got the 3 of Sticks. And what immediately, it says leap of faith. It's safe to make the move you're considering. And I feel like this is an actual move. Like part of this is travel, expansion. Spirit says, if there is a relationship that you're currently in and you've been thinking about leaving, Spirit encourages you to make that move because it would be the best for you right now. Understanding that if it's meant to be, you'll come back to it. You will circle back around. You will always end up where you're supposed to be. But take this leap of faith. I feel like the expansion and travel right now. If you've been feeling it, this is your confirmation. Go for it. Then we got the 5 of Knives, the 5 of Swords. This again is a lady with a silver coin in her mouth because they believe that if you had to lie in court, if you had to put your hand on the Bible, that was a way to get around it. Vulnerability. You can be completely open with this person. Can they, Spirit? Can they? Okay. So yeah, Spirit's saying yes. This person There's no need to put the silver bit in your mouth. There's no reason to lie. You can be vulnerable. You don't have to share everything at all at once if it makes you feel um, quote unquote weak, or you know what I mean, like the other person would have the upper hand on you. You've learned that a lot of people do use, especially when you tell them things that you only, that was meant for their ears only, and they betray your confidence. You've learned that it hurts that, but this person, you can be vulnerable with them. You can be vulnerable with them, but you're not seeing it. Or maybe you have been vulnerable with them and they did betray your trust, which is why you want to move away from them. I'm getting a lot of things, but that's why y'all got to use your own discernment where it falls with you. Again, if you have to ask the question, you already know the answer. Mm. Yeah, okay. So going from that's what I think. That's what you have been vulnerable with this person, and they betrayed your confidence. They sat there and lied and told you they wouldn't tell nobody, and they had the bit in their mouth so that hopefully it wouldn't come back to bite them. This has kind of led you to the 10 of sticks, man. You're feeling burdened. You're feeling burdened. Why? Because this person is unavailable. This person is unable to give you all you deserve. And they're happy to make you tend the garden alone. They told you they would help you, but you've been the only one there in this garden. Yeah. Okay. That's how it, yeah. Nix it, nix it. That's yeah, this person is, it doesn't seem to be, it seems like they were more of a lesson than a blessing. That's what it seems like. Yeah, I'm sorry, pile 3. You and pile 1. Pile 2 was the only one worth anything today. And them just barely. Yeah, I'm sorry, pile 3. I'm sorry. But this isn't your baggage to carry anymore. I mean, unless you want to. Spirit's just encouraging you. They're letting you know. Hmm. And in 7 of baskets in reverse, that's like the illusions. The illusions. We lied to ourselves. This could be self-deception. We thought we had all these choices with all the cups, right? But we were lying to ourselves. We were wearing our rose-colored glasses. We were making excuses for them. Spirit says, forgive yourself. Forgiving yourself or another will help you move forward. That's how you got to do it. You're going to have to do it. Well, I mean, again, you do whatever you want to do. But Spirit is encouraging you. They're letting you know that you've done a lot of work in the garden all by yourself. It's time for you to unplug and take a rest. Okay? If you've been thinking about moving away, getting out of this relationship, leaving this person, it's safe to make that move. Okay? It is. It's safe to make that move. Because this person, you were vulnerable with them, and they had that bit in their mouth. They told you that they would never hurt you. They told you they would keep your secrets, and they lied. They lied. Which left you burdened because they're unavailable. This person is unable to give you everything you deserve. So you got to carry the whole load. This poor old woman, this poor old brown lady got to carry everything because her partner and the people who promised they would help, they lied. They lied. And she knew they were going to lie. She knew it, but we love to see the best in everyone. We hope they could change. We pray and believe that they're like us until we just can't anymore. We just can't anymore. There's no lying to yourself when you're almost to the top of the hill, out of breath, feeling like you about to die because you've been shouldering, carrying everyone else's bags and burdens and sticks. Forgive yourself. and move forward, okay? And then the romance angels say that there's religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. So that could be part of the reason why they don't believe the same things you believe, or you don't believe the same things that they believe. It says financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. So somebody's having money troubles. You, them, both of you. You might be having money troubles because of them. You might be having money troubles because of them. Because you was growing the food for sale. You was growing it. But every night they would sneak into the garden. Every night they sneak into the garden and they would either let in the rabbits and the gophers and whoever else wanted to take from you, or they took it themselves and told you they wasn't and caused you more burdens. And then the angels tell you to free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life, pile 3. You don't need this person. Take the leap of faith. Go on that journey by yourself. You can do it. You are everything you need. You have everything you need. All right, pile 3. That was your reading. Let's see what the yes or no question is, okay? Let's see what the answer is. Ooh, Lord. Count of 3. 1, 2, 3. That's the answer to your yes or no question. All right. That's your reading. Ooh, thank you. Thank you, Spirit Team, mine, y'all's, everybody's. I'm sorry they couldn't be, more uplifting, but it's the truth over here. It's the truth is what you're going to get from Shakisha Cherie. Unfortunately, the truth kind of sucks today. All right, so I hope that was helpful. If it wasn't helpful, I at least hope it was entertaining. I'll see y'all again when I have another message.